What's up guys, JV2017 here, and today I'm going to share the 5 things you should do first when No Man's Sky comes out later tonight. This should give you a pretty great idea of how you'll spend the first 3 hours of the game, so I thought it'd be great to share this a few hours ahead of launch. Also, this list comes straight from Sean Murray of Hello Games, who shared it in a PlayStation Access video, so link in the description below if you want to check it out for yourself. Before we start, I have a few things to share. First, I will be live streaming the first 2 to 3 hours of No Man's Sky tonight here on my YouTube channel, not Twitch, at 11 p.m. Central Time. This will be a great opportunity for those of you still on the fence about the game to get a great taste of what it has to offer. If you can't make it tonight, don't worry, the entire stream will be uploaded to my channel shortly after. If you're looking for an exact release time for the game, it launches digitally on PSN at 12 p.m. Eastern Time in the United States tonight. In Europe, the game releases a day later on August 9th at 10 p.m. in the UK. For those of you in different territories, I've left a time zone conversion link in the description below for your reference. On to the video. According to Sean Murray of Hello Games, the first thing you should absolutely start with in No Man's Sky is repairing your ship. And every single player, when you first boot up the game, you'll start out on a starter planet with a crashed ship. And so obviously you have to solve that problem. In order to do that, you'll need to gather resources around you that are on the planet, and I'm sure the resources needed are going to be on every planet, or else, you couldn't repair your ship, so that's not going to be a problem. So you'll need to gather those resources, build certain technology, and also repair certain technology that's already on your ship that may have been damaged in the crash. As the player, we'll need to find different elements on our starter planet and produce the items that we'll need to put into our ship to repair it. And according to Sean, that's a big part of the game, and I think he means just upgrading your ship, just gathering resources and then putting them into your ship to produce new items. That's something that we're going to be doing over and over. The second thing we should do first is make sure that we survive. A lot of the planets that are in the game are hostile, and so we'll need to gather certain resources for our suit in order to power that up to protect us from those hostile environments. Just to give you an idea off the top of my head, some of the environments I've seen in some gameplay and trailers are there's a heat hazard, so if it's really hot, you'll need to upgrade your suit to obviously suit that environment. There's a cold hazard, there's radiation hazard, there's all kinds of different hazards that you'll run into. There's also a toxic one, and so your suit has built-in protection, but you will need to gather resources in order to upgrade it so you can survive in particular environments. Even the starter planet that you start on might have a hostile environment. It might be a heat hazard, so you'll need to gather those resources quickly so you can survive. The third thing you should do first in No Man's Sky is upload all of your discoveries on the first planet, and this is something that Sean says people forget often. They rush to repair their ship and then get out of their first planet and explore the first star system. He says you shouldn't do that. The game is about exploring. So explore your first planet, upload all of the discoveries. That means go and look at different, life, if there is life on that planet, look at different plants, upload those discoveries first, since you're the first one to look at them. Every single starter planet is undiscovered. You're the first person on that planet ever, and that's really cool to think about. So you should take the opportunity to explore it as much as possible, upload those discoveries, name those different things, name the planet itself, do all of that before you move on. The fourth thing you should do first is once you've left your starter planet, that means repaired your ship and uploaded all of those discoveries on that first planet, you should visit other planets in the star system. And when you start the game, you don't have interstellar travel at first, which means the player is stuck in the first star system. So that's the second barrier. First, you have to leave the first planet, and then you have to get out of the star system in order to progress. So as the player, you'll need to find, build, and fuel a hyperdrive. You need to find and build that technology in order to leave the star system, but you also have to fuel it. And so there will be resources to do all of that within your first star system. So once again, Sean encourages that everyone fully explore their first star system to get a feel of the scale of the game before you move on, before it gets absolutely crazy insane. And also, he says to visit the space station. So it makes sense to me that every single starter planet should be in a star system that has a space station. Just from the way he worded it, I can't confirm that, but he says to visit a space station. That's a good idea before you move on. And after you've done all of that, the fifth and final thing you should do first in No Man's Sky is to leave your first star system, leave your first planet, leave your first star system after you've done all of that, and then further upgrade your hyperdrive so you can start exploring further into the universe. those hyperdrive upgrades will allow you to jump further and further, allow you to cover more distance. And so if you're going towards a particular, point objective, kind of like the center of the universe, which a lot of people will be doing, then that's the key. You need to keep upgrading your hyperdrive in order to do that. So that's all that Sean Murray had to share. And once again, I encourage you guys to go watch that video even after you've watched this one. It's a really cool look at, inside the mind of pretty much the mastermind of the guy who created this game. It's really cool. It's nice that he's been really open throughout the development process, and he shares a little bit more insight about the game here with us. So anyways, guys, I'd like to hear from you in the comments below. Will you follow these steps, or are you going to do your own thing? This gives me a pretty good blueprint of what I'm going to do for our launch stream later tonight. And so I think I'm going to follow this for the most part, but I'd like to hear what you guys are planning to do in the comments section below. Before we end the video, I just want to remind you all once again that I will be live streaming No Man's Sky tonight on launch at 11 p.m. Central here on YouTube, not on Twitch, here on YouTube, and I hope to see you all there. If you learned something new or enjoyed this video, remember to hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe for my Journey to the Center series and No Man's Sky tips and tricks videos here on the channel. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.